times we are too excited to share the good things happening in our lives. We want to share these good things to our friends, to our loved ones, to everyone around us. We are just so happy about the things we are experiencing, and we just don't want to keep it to ourselves. We are pressured to share it with those around us, and at the end of the day, you discover that you are giving too much information even to those who are not worthy to hear that good news that has happened to you or that is happening to you. In today's video, I'll be sharing with us how to avoid giving too much information about your life, because sometimes we are tempted. We find ourselves in a situation where we are giving people too much information about our life, especially those who are not meant to know those things we are sharing, and at the end of the day we are regretting why we actually did that. Today's video will be to let us know how to avoid giving too much, and I would love to encourage you, please watch this video to the very end. You will learn one or two things from this video. Do not forget to share to your friends, to your family members, to your loved ones, and thank you so much. Without further ado, sit back, relax. I'll be right back. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time tuning in, you're highly welcome to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking through this video. I'm Nwachukwu blessing. In this channel, we inspire young mind, break limiting beliefs, and overcome life challenges. Please stay tuned and keep watching. There is nothing wrong with sharing your information, your good news, to your family members, to your loved ones, or to your close friends. Even if you are giving too much information to them, these are the people that have your best interests at heart. When you are sharing your good news to your friends, to your close friends, or to your loved ones, there's nothing wrong with that. Even if you choose to share too much with them, it depends. It's not everybody you give too much information about your life to, but when you are giving too much information to your loved ones, I don't see anything wrong with that. But where there is problem is when you are giving too much information about your life to strangers or to people you've met once or twice, or people who are not even worthy to hear your story, who are not worthy to hear your good news, who are not worthy to hear your information. These are where we are having the problem. Today's video will be talking all about that. I want to begin by saying that your life is nobody's business. Your life is nobody's business. It's you and you alone. You decide who you want to share your information with. You decide who you want to tell your story to. You decide who you want to share your good news to. And I don't see the reason why you should feel pressured to share a story or information or good news you are not meant to share to certain kind of people. You decide what you want to do with your good news, your information, or anything that has to do with you. The reason is because not everybody really care about you. The world system is making it very difficult for us to keep the good things happening to us to ourselves, even when we choose to keep it to ourselves, or we choose that we don't want to share this to other people because it's not yet time for them to know. You decide that you want to keep it to yourself, but the world system is making it so difficult. You are so excited and you feel so pressure because of the things happening around you. You feel so pressure to share it with any kind of person you just meet or anyone that is not worthy to hear it. Always remember that your life is your life, and no one should pressure you into doing what you don't want to do. Do things you want to do. Share your good news or your information when you feel like, when your spirit is agreeing that you share it, and to whom your spirit is agreeing that you share it with. How to avoid giving TMI about your life. Number one, avoid long conversation or long phone calls. If you do not really want to share too much information about your life to anyone, especially someone who is not close to you or someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart, avoid long conversation, avoid long phone calls. Anything that will make you stay long with someone that doesn't have your best interests at heart, avoid it. Even if you must be on phone call with this person, then make it short, because longer phone calls will give the person the opportunity to explore you and start asking you unnecessary questions that might prompt you into saying a lot that you don't even plan to say. Just avoid saying a long conversation or a long phone call with anyone. This way you'll be able to keep your information to yourself, or you will be able to be in control of how much you share with people or how much you hold back to yourself. If you stay on a long conversation with someone, you can't be in control. It's very hard to be in control of your information or what you share to this person. At some point, they might prompt you or might pressure you to even share more about yourself. And at the end of the day, you will regret ever having that conversation or being on a long call with that person. When someone who doesn't have your best interest at heart or someone who is not close to you confronts you with a sensitive question, learn to be straightforward in answering that question. Better still, avoid or ignore that question. Or you can go ahead and tell the person that you are not ready to answer the question, that you can't answer the question. Very simple. If you choose to answer the question, then make it straightforward, short, and simple. Do not let anyone be in control of the words that comes out from you. Do not let anyone detect what you should say and what you shouldn't say. Always be in control of your speech, of every word that comes out from your mouth. If you're not ready to answer that question, ignore it, or tell the person that you can't answer it now, or be straightforward in answering the question. Let it be short and simple. This way you will not be sharing too much with that person. The next one is avoid the scenes that will prompt people asking you questions you are not ready to give the answer. If you know that being in a particular environment will prompt someone or prompt people around you to ask you questions you are not ready to give the answer, then avoid it. And you also should avoid asking people questions you wouldn't want to answer, because there's possibility that you will ask the person the question, they will answer you open-mindedly, they will want to return back the question to you, and you are not ready to give the answer. Can't you see there is cheating in it? So if you wouldn't want to answer that kind of question, why asking it to another person? Do not ask questions that you can't give the answer. Take yourself away from scenes that will prompt people to ask you questions you are not ready to give the answer. Being in an environment where someone is asking you questions that you are not ready to give the answer will make you to even say the things you didn't plan to say, or start sharing things that you did not plan to share. So you need to be very careful with the way you handle human beings. Human beings, they are very intelligent, they are very sensitive, and you should learn to guard yourself. Know what you want to say and say it the way you want to say. Avoid saying too much. Avoid saying too much to someone who is not worthy to hear it. You need to watch out when you are too excited about the good things happening in your life. When you are too excited, you are bound to give too much information to people around, even to people who are not worthy to hear it. You need to be very careful when you are excited. When you are excited, learn to control yourself, not to say too much, because you might end up saying too much. And another thing you need to remember is that it's not everybody that is happy for you or happy with you. Learn to control your emotion when you are experiencing good times in your life. Learn to control your emotions and know how to handle your information, because not everybody is happy about it. Another important thing I want us to learn is to know the right time to share your good news, to know the right time to share your information. Every time is not right to share good news. Just know the right time to share it to people who you really want to share it with. And while doing so, avoid giving TMI, avoid giving too much. Prepare your mind on how you want to share this good news. Decide how you want to say it, the way you want it to be, and say it that way. Do not feel pressure to do more than that, or do not feel pressure to give too much about your life to anybody you don't want to. Except you are convinced in your spirit to share it with this person or the other person, then you can go ahead. When you are convinced in your spirit to share it with anybody, you can go ahead. But when your spirit is contradicting the fact that you want to share it with that person, you need to be very careful on the kind of people you share your information with, because like I said before, not everybody that is happy with you. I want us to also know that one thing that comes with sharing too much of your information to someone who you are not prepared to share it with, or someone who you don't even want to share this thing with, is regret. you end up regretting why you actually did that. You end up regretting what made you to tell this good news to this person, or what made you to even give this information to this person, and you even gave it on extreme. You will regret it. That is one thing that happened. All right guys, you're already coming to the end of this video, and I do really hope you got one or two things from this video. If you're really inspired by this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Let us know what you think down the comment section below concerning the subject matter. Please do not forget to share to your friends, to your family members, to your loved ones, and thank you so much for doing that. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. I still remember myself, Nwachukwu Blessing, and I hope to talk to you soon in my next video.